Hey friends, welcome back to another Wednesday with the Werth Group. I am here with Jenifer Dierkhising of Refine Lending, and we are going to talk to you about the 2022 market and interest rates, which is on everyone's mind lately. As you all know, or as you guys have probably seen, we are at a really big shortage of inventory. I think we're 17% short between last January and this January. So if you're interested in selling, don't hesitate to reach out to me. All my contact information will be below. But hey, Jen, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you for being on this. I appreciate that.
Welcome.
So obviously the big question, let's just get it out of the way. What do you think is going to happen in 2022 with interest rates?
Oh, with interest rates. Okay.
What did you think I was going to ask?
I mean, who knows, right? But 2022 it's the year, right?
Yeah.
It's the year. It's not 21. It's not 20. Thank God. Thank goodness.
I still think we're seeing some effects of 2020, but yeah.
Yes, still. However, so the big talk is like, what is going to happen with rates? Are rates going to go up? We have seen a ridiculously long time for these rates to be low, right? So rates have been low for a very long time.
Almost longest ever, right?
Ridiculous, yes. And obviously very, very low. So not only have they been low, they've been very low and they've been very low for a long time.
I know.
So it is inevitable that rates are going to be higher in 2022, but there's good news. We've already seen rates increase. Why is that good?
I know. I was just like, what?
So I think here's why it's good. It's not good if you were pre-approved last year, you didn't get a house, and now you're going to buy this year. Rates are already a little bit higher than what you got pre-approved for, so that's going to affect your buying power. However, we've already seen the increase in rates, and it's January. So if you can get pre-approved now, rates will still they're going to increase a little bit this year. We don't expect them to get crazy out of hand.
Do you expect them to be in the 4s?
I actually don't.
Okay.
I don't. But we are still seeing, so I just did some pricing this morning.
Yep.
For our conversation. If you're a veteran, our rates are still in the 2s. You can still get a rate starting with a 2 as a veteran.
Purchase or refi?
That was a purchase.
Okay.
Yeah, I quoted a purchase, but still, if you haven't refinanced yet and you're a veteran, I would highly encourage you to check out your numbers. Here's what's cool. So you mentioned I'm with Refine Lending.
Yep.
We're backed by Goldwater Bank, which we kind of get the best of both worlds. We're a small boutique lender, but we're backed by a bank. So when we saw rates shifting for this year, based on our volume that we had last year and the projections that we have this year, we were able to quickly pivot and really sharpen our pencil on the products that we see that we do a lot of. So for instance, the larger loans, like $400,000 loans, our pricing is really, really good with those loans, VA, jumbo, just to name a few. So we've been able to sharpen our pencil and kind of change some things so we can be lower than our competition here in the short term and
in terms of rates and like fees, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And that is a good thing to bring up like really quickly. You can't only compare your interest rate. You do need to know how much fees you're paying for that interest rate. I had lots of friends come to me during our little refi boom here of our low rates and say, Jen, I got offered this rate. And I said, let me see your loan estimate or let me see your fees. And there were cases where people were being quoted like $17,000 in closing costs for a really low rate. I mean, you would never make up those fees.
You always have
with that rate.
Yeah, you always have to compare apples to apples, not apples to oranges.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that I always say when I am working with any buyer, really, not even just a first-time home buyer, but a move-up buyer, whatever you are as a buyer, you always want to compare, I would say, at least 2 loan officers' opinions, unless you have, Refine Lending in your back pocket and you work with them because they are just
We've already
great.
done the competition for you, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But
Awesome.
So that is what I would say is that yes, rates will probably be a little bit higher, but if you have any intention on buying this year, get pre-approved now and start your search so you have a good idea of what's on the market. Because I mean, anybody that's listed their house right now there's a reason that it's on the market. They're nobody says I want to list my house in February
and sell when March. It's like 20 degrees below, or a blizzard comes into town, or
you're gonna get ahead of your competition if you have the flexibility to do so.
Yeah.
Because we'll still see it very competitive this summer.
Oh yeah, I mean, we were talking at the office and everyone's like, oh, when's the spring rush coming? When's the spring rush coming? Let me tell you, it is here. It was here in January. It's like every year I feel like it just gets closer and closer to that first of the year. So like Jen said, if you're interested in knowing anything, I will link all of Jen's contact information so that you can reach out to her directly. But I'm really happy to hear that rates will like still be in, 3s, maybe 4s.
Yep. We're not going to get crazy this year.
I love that. I think that's going to definitely help the market and help people want to move, buy and sell this year. So awesome. Thank you for talking. Do you want to add anything else?
No, get pre-approved right now. Figure out your buying power. And the other good thing is, even if you for sure can't buy until the summer, getting pre-approved now just to know if there's anything that you need to do to prepare for when you buy in, say, June or September. Because
you have to clean up your debt to income, if you have to pay off some things, it's better to be a smart buyer, especially because that can save you on your interest rate, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I can give you guidance to see if there's any way that you can increase your credit score for the best rate possible.
Awesome. Well, thank you for chatting with me.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And friends, we will see you next Wednesday for another Wednesday with Werth Group. Take care.